athletic, very strong, very together, and you know, they knocked us back for about 24 minutes. You know, the last 15, 16 minutes of the game, I thought our kids played really well and put ourselves in a position where we could win or had a chance to win. And I thought Florida State played the full 40 minutes. Kitchen had just an incredible game. You know, when we tied it at 48, his three put him up, and then Singleton's, you know, I really love Singleton. He did a great job at helping our national team get ready this summer, playing for the select team, and you know, he's one of the best players in the country. And his three to put him up by 5 or I think 5 or 6 at that time. They just made huge shots and hit big free throws down the stretch. You know, I didn't think somebody's phones if they're someone's girlfriend. Meet me at Jake. Is there a Jake's here? Coach, should be getting messages on that. Told him not to call me on someone else's phone. But you know, Chris is just one of the better players in America, and a great kid, unbelievable kid. And I mean, they have great kids, and they played their butts off, and you know, they were very deserving of winning. And we played really hard and put ourselves in a position where we might be deserving of winning, but they, you know, they were more, and that's why they won. That's why they won. Questions?
I guess being away from home about 28 days, sleeping in your own bed and practicing a little bit. I think it kind of got us in a nice mental place, and we responded real well in practice. We were extremely attentive. And, I thought the execution tonight on offense and defense was showed as a result of their focus and determination of not wanting to represent themselves the way we did the last couple of games. This has been a difficult team, not necessarily a bad team, but it's been a challenging team. Probably is a better word, because we have a group of experienced guys and inexperienced, and trying to bring all that together to a point. But I think as a result of the quality of the team we played tonight, the recognition, the tradition that Duke brings whenever they go on the road and play people, brought the best out of us tonight, and hopefully our players will learn from this and maintain that same level of focus for the remainder of the year.
Coach, there's a confidence on the court that we really haven't seen all year. They were driving to the basket, determined, and taking very, very confident shots. Does that kind of testify what's been going on in practice?
Well, it's more than anything else. It just, every kid, we all go through those periods. Every player will have a period where they're not doing the year where they're not playing as well as they're capable of playing. We seem to have had 4 or 5 guys in during that period. And we tried to instill in our kids, that the players this week, that we do have confidence in them. I think we have a chance to be a real good basketball program. We had to relax, stay positive, and go out and just give it all you have. And stick with the game plan. Let's don't deviate. I thought that they did a very good job staying focused for the entire 40 minutes.
Can you talk about Derwin's play? 22 points, 10 rebounds.
Well, he had played extremely well in Hawaii. He had 2 bad games. And Darren is the kind of guy who internalizes a lot of his emotions. He's not a real vocal youngster. But I thought he was really disappointed, not only in our team, but in himself. And in his own little quiet way, you could see a determined look in his eyes, and he wanted to make something happen. We wanted our guys to come back in the locker room fatigued, and he was probably the most fatigued. He got cramps there, and the students rushed the floor, and he was laying on the floor while we were trying to give our wrap-up conversation, still suffering with the cramps. All his players were teasing.
You talk about the crowd and impact they had tonight.
Well, just being back at home and playing in front of your home fans, obviously was extremely motivating to us. In all my coaching career as an assistant, as a head coach, I'm not really sure I've ever had 7 games in a row away from home. And I'm sure that, I didn't think about it, but I'm sure it took its toll on us in some way, shape, or form. But hopefully that we'll look back at that period and see that it helped us grow. But anytime you come home and get a crowd behind you, during those moments where you're a little tad fatigued, the adrenaline rush you receive from the emotions of the crowd sometimes can make a difference in the game.
We'll talk about the national seeding and that influence they had on the game tonight.
Well, you know, when you're in the ACC, it's about every game you play is on some kind of national TV. You know, so it's not anything that we're not accustomed to, night in, night out. The point being that anytime you play an ACC opponent at home or on the road, you have to come with your very, very best effort. And not to take anything away from how well Virginia Tech played, or Auburn for that matter, you know, we did not demonstrate that we didn't come to play with the focus that we did tonight. And I think that's, you got experience and inexperience, and you're trying to mesh all that together. Sometimes it's challenging. But I hope that all of it come together, the quality of the team, the national TV, the ACC game, a home game, all up together, I think played a part in helping us play our very, very best tonight.
What does a win like this do for a team, and how do you get prepared for Saturday?
In order for this game to be meaningful, we have to take care of business on Saturday. In order for this game to be something that we can be proud of, we can't have any more flub-ups like we did. So this, we told our kids in the locker room that in order for this game to be meaningful, we have to come back and play, turn up another notch on Saturday, and then the next week, and then at the end of the season, we evaluate who we are. Right now, we're still in transition.